is called radar, which we are using for navigation. See, if you can see this screen, so it's like basically you can imagine this is a sea, and if you imagine our vessel is always on the center, and we can change the scale. If you can see, maybe if you can able to see the 0.7 nautical mile, the ranges goes up to 96 nautical miles, and 6 miles means 180 kilometers we can see. But practically thing is we cannot see that far. We can see like by our naked eyes we can see maximum 12 miles, 8 to maximum 8 to 10 miles in good visibility. So there are so many things technical which I don't want to go in brief because we don't have time for that much time. But the main principle is just to detect the targets so that we can avoid the collision incidents which normally happen on board, and that is the main risk. So that we should be careful while any crossing fishing boats, any merchant vessels, or like anything which is moving on the sea which cause concern for us. So basically that's what we are using. So there's a basic principle of radar is just to check the ships around us and to check the traffic when we are approaching or leaving the port or arrival. That's it. So now I'm from to it's called AIS display. This means automatic navigation system unit. It's like a universal system. It's the same, like if I could say simply like same you're driving your car with your number plate. So now we are driving this ship with have our number plate. That is called our IMO number. So AIS means if I'm going, for example, if I'm traveling from Singapore to India, I need to on this. This is a requirement from the International Maritime Organization. It has to be on all the times. So that once if I will approach the vessel, so that all the vessel can see my data. The main purpose of this thing is, it's everything is connected. This AIS, this speed log, this is eco sounder. This is all interconnected with the radar. This all three connected with this radar. So if, for example, I'll brief you the shot. For example, if I'm going towards India, if any vessel is approaching 12 miles, let's say, he want to see my name, my identification, he just click on the radar. He just click on this radar in their radar, okay. And after that, the moment he click, he will get the information. And how he get the information? Through this AIS. It's called AIS data. So he'll get all my ship's length, my ship's name, my all technical details is there. My draft, whatever is there, it's showing. So it's mandatory requirements. We have to on the AIS always for the sailor. Next we come to that is called speed log. The speed log is speed through water. I don't want to go in deep. Speed 3 is just like for layman language. If I would say it's a speed which the ship is traveling into the water, and the distance is this distance is already the ship is traveled so far. Is you can see that 10,000 is 40 almost 47,395 miles already this ship has been traveled so far. So it's like a record for this ship is, and this is the speed what we are getting. Next is eco sounder. Eco sounder, as the name is indicating, is eco sounder. It means it can detect the depth of the sea. But the depth, if you see right now, is the 6.2. 6 point is it's not the depth. The 6.2 is we call the UKC, under keel clearance, because on the ships you see the depth is quite high. It's depend. Our ship depth is 6.6 maximum, 6.6 meter inside, like below the water line. Okay, so from 6.6 meter, from the last point of the vessel, from that point to the seabed, that distance is 6.2. So that is called, and there's so many settings inside. Actually, we can adjust the settings a little bit. The graphical representation, orientation, everything we can adjust. But like for a basic thing, it's showing only the UKC. So next is we have the lifeline, or the heart of the ship is gyro. So all the navigation, everything is done by only in this unit, gyro. And if you can see this part is a binnacle. We call this binnacle. This is gyro compass. The one we have magnetic compass, which is on the Monkey Island. If this thing goes down for any case, then we need to use this. This is called magnetic compass. Yeah. So through this we can see everything. So we need to steer the ship, whichever course we are going from all around the world, only on the basis of this. We need to plot on the chart our courses where we are going. Let's say for you are driving on the car, you have the routes by the roads. But on the sea we don't have any routes. We need to make our own routes, and we need to comply on the charts. Then we need to follow these tracks. how many, these all degrees you can see, all 360-degree notations. So we need to know which course we like, left and right. So this thing is there. So that's it. And this is called anemometer. This anemometer, the purpose of this is to get the wind speed and the wind direction. You can see right now it's orange, it's showing the direction from wind is blowing, and this is the wind speed right now. It's 8 knot, and everything is in knot on the ships. It's 8 knot. The speed is also in knot. Okay, so it's 8 knot. And there's so the other things, but this is the basic things which we are doing here.
Apart from this, we have got some controls where we can control the watertight door in case of fire, and engine controls are also there. Emergency stop, you can stop from here, and the parameters of the engines you can see over here during sailing. This is called bridge, and from where they are controlling the ship.
It's navigation panel.
It's a navigational panel. Okay, and then thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.